Hayalperestlerin, risk alanların, denemekten korkmayanların cesaretinden doğduk. Bizi asla yarı yolda bırakmayan o sesin rehberliğiyle ilerlemeye ve öğrenmeye devam ediyoruz. Bunun için varız. Bu yüzden gece geç saatlere kadar lambalarımız sönmez. Elveda demek hem hüzün hem de gurur verir. Her şeyi sorgulayarak ve merakımızı besleyerek, dayanıklılığımızı test ederek, sınırlarımızı aşarak, ilerleyerek ve yeni ufuklar açarak yeni bir yol buluruz. Yeni icatlar çıkararak, kendi yolumuzu çizerek. Burası fikirlerin doğduğu ve yeni fikirleri doğurduğu, bizim de doğduğumuz, birlikte büyüdüğümüz ve yükseldiğimiz yer. Burası Yakın Doğu Üniversitesi.
Good morning. Hello, everybody. I would like to say welcome you all to our workshop, En-ROADS workshop. It's named as Climate Action Practice on Smart City. It's prepared by me and my PhD student, Mr. FARHAD BOLOURİ. En-ROADS developed by Climate Interactive and MIT Management Sustainability Initiative. This is my content. I will make a simple introduction and I will continue with En-ROADS City, Smart City, fundamental characteristics of a smart city and its purpose. Let's start with an introduction. This is the question: what is climate change? Climate change refers to long-term shifts in temperatures and weather patterns. These shifts may be natural. Human activities have been the main driver of climate change, primarily due to the burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas, which produces heat-trapping gases. It's named as greenhouse gas emissions. This has happened, or how it has happened, the greenhouse gas effect. Solar radiation passes through the clear atmosphere. Most radiation is absorbed by the Earth's surface and warms it. Some solar radiation is reflected by the Earth and the atmosphere. Some of the infrared radiation passes through the atmosphere, and some is absorbed and re-emitted in all molecules. The effect of this is to warm the Earth's surface and the lower atmosphere. Infrared radiation is emitted from the Earth's surface. This is the figure showed us natural greenhouse effect, and right-hand figure showed us human enhanced greenhouse effect. If you want to teach people a new way of thinking, don't bother trying to teach them. Instead, give them a tool, the use of which will lead to new ways of thinking. En-ROADS is cutting-edge simulation model used to test climate solutions and generate climate scenarios for the future. En-ROADS is a computer simulation tool developed by Climate Interactive MIT Management. It is designed to help policymakers, educators, business leaders, and the public better understand the complex and interconnected factors that contribute to global climate change and to explore potential solutions for reducing greenhouse gas emissions and limiting global warming. En route is based on a complex system dynamics model that simulates the interaction between different factors that contribute to climate change, such as energy production, transportation, land use, and industrial production. The model takes into account a wide range of variables, including technological innovations, policy interventions, and social and economic trends. For more information about en routes and how it works, you can watch our first workshop. Some of you remember this workshop. It was named as Hybrid Workshop on Climate Change and Simulation of its Scenarios using en route tools. And this is the link. Anytime you can reach it. For more how practice en route, you can watch our second workshop. Also, it's named as Hybrid Workshop Series on Climate Change and Simulation of its Scenarios using en route tools 2, from theory to practice. Also, this is the link you can reach anytime. Let's come to the definition of city. A city is typically defined as a large and permanent human settlement with a high population density, complex infrastructure, and various economic, social, and cultural activities. Cities are characterized by a concentration of people, buildings, businesses, government institutions, and services within a relatively small geographic area. They often serve as hubs of commerce, industry, education, and cultural exchange. Let's come to the definition of smart city. A smart city represents an urban environment that leverages cutting-edge technology and data-driven strategies to enhance the well-being of its residents and optimize urban services and operations. The emergence of smart cities is a response to the global trend of urbanization, necessitating solutions to address urban challenges like traffic, congestion, pollution, resource management, and public service delivery. This is another topic, fundamental characteristics of a smart city. Let's start with digital backbone. Digital backbone smart cities rely on a robust digital infrastructure featuring high-speed internet connectivity and a network of Internet of Things, IoT devices. This infrastructure enables real-time data collection and facilitates seamless communication among various urban systems. The second topic, subtopic, is data-driven decision-making. Collected data from sensors and diverse sources undergo sophisticated analysis to unveil urban patterns, emerging trends, and evolving needs. Such data-driven insights are integral for optimizing city services. Sustainability emphasizes smart cities prioritize sustainability by focusing on energy efficiency, waste reduction, the integration of green infrastructure, and the adaptation of renewable energy sources to mitigate the environmental footprint of urban life. Enhanced mobility and transportation. Smart cities aim to enhance transportation systems by implementing intelligent traffic management, improving public transportation options, and promoting alternative models of travel, such as cycling and walking. Safety and security measures. Enhance security systems encompassing surveillance, cameras, responsive emergency services, and crowd management are essential for ensuring the safety of residents. Efficient resource utilization. Smart cities strive to optimize resource consumption, including water and electricity, throughout the deployment of smart meters and monitoring systems. Citizen engagement. Encouraging active citizen participation is pivotal. Digital platforms provide residents with opportunities to provide feedback, access services, and actively participate in the city's governance. Integration of technology in healthcare and education. Smart cities often integrate technology into healthcare and education services, offering options for remote healthcare and digital education tools. Urban planning and resource allocation. Advanced geographical information systems, GIS, and urban planning software aid in city design, development, and the efficient allocation of resources. Resilience planning. Smart cities actively plan for resilience against natural disasters and other crises, employing technology and data to respond swiftly and effectively. Economic development. Smart cities can attract tech-oriented businesses and startups, creating job opportunities and fostering economic growth throughout innovation. Optimized waste management. Smart waste management systems utilize sensors to optimize waste collection routes, reducing operational costs and enhancing efficiency. Smart building management. The incorporation of technology into building management systems enhance energy efficiency, occupant comfort, and safety. Cultural and recreational enhancement. Technology is harnessed to enrich cultural events, boost tourism, and enhance recreational opportunities for both residents and visitors. Now, this is the last topic for me, my presentation. smart city and its purpose. The implementation of smart city initiatives varies from one location to another, guided by local priorities, available resources, and the unique challenges each city faces. The overarching goal of a smart city remains consistent: to elevate the quality of life, champion sustainability, and provide efficient urban services while harnessing modern technology and data-driven insight. Thank you so much for your attention and participation. Now, Mr. FARHAD BOLOURİ will present en route simulation. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Professor, for your introduction. Now I am going to show you what is happening in our modeling when we are doing this introduction in our en route models. If my screen shared, I can show you. My screen shared. Yes. Yes, if you if you remember from our first and second workshop, just you need to write En-ROADS in Google, and after that you can go to its website. I went to there, and up here you in the first page of or up here you can go to En-ROADS modeling. It will be open this website for you. This is what you see here, and as you know, it is in different languages. For example, Arabic, Turkish, and in any other so many more than 20 languages. But we work today on the English part, and here you have the to resetting your policies, resetting your assumptions, and the other things that I will show you. Here we have assumptions. Today we will go to assumptions in the energy part and the other parts. I will show you how to change the assumptions. As you know, 14,000 formulas are working in any click on these issues when you are doing your modeling here. This is a system dynamics model based, and you know, system dynamics is a tool for system thinking. Because of that, sometimes you are doing something and you think it will affect like this, but it is opposite of that. For example, I want to show you here, if you want to all of the energy consumption, for example, here, and you know the new zero carbon is a good policy. But when you do this, you can see here your energy consumption is increasing, but maybe you expose that it must be decreased. These are because of systematic thinking. When you are doing new zero carbon things, you reduce the cost, and because of that, energy consumption going up. I will show you in the next parts how it works, but here I make it as the first. Yes, here you have these options, as you remember from the other workshops. Here you have the graphs. These are your default graphs, these two graphs. But as you saw, there are so many graphs up here. You can see all of them. What's the impact, for example, sea level rise, air pollution, and the other things. Also financial, for example, cost of energy, as I said. For example, if we see here, impact on the cost of energy, financial part, cost of energy. And here we see the impact on the final energy consumption. As I said, yes, here when you increase new zero carbon to the maximum, you can see you reduce the cost, so the consumption of the energy or usage increases. It is good for the degree or temperature of by the 2100, but as you see, the energy consumption increases. And also in the graphs, in the view you have Kaya graphs. As you saw, you can use them in your research. And also you have miniature graphs. You saw so many graphs. By clicking in any of them, you can see it in the bigger part, or up here you can maximize it so you can use them. Also, you have here the units. Here you have the actions and outcomes. When you are doing something like this, and sometimes you are coming and changing something that maybe you couldn't remember what you did. When you come to here and click on the actions and outcomes, it wrote here what you did in your assumptions or of here, and what is the outcomes of it. And also you can use sound. When you are affecting good, you will see or hear this one. And if you have negative effects, for example, like this or this, yes, you can hear this sound. And the other health parts and the others, also you can maximize it. But another important thing, you can make up here copy data, and you can open an Excel file and paste here. So you can see your data here, and you can work on an Excel or another folders and files. But as you see, it is yearly, not monthly or daily. If you can work with yearly data, you can use the data you get from this model. Now I am going to speak about the smart city and how it works in this modeling. Because some of the options are not in this modeling, for example, waste management and something like that, it can be affect like these ones, but maybe not completely affected. So we are focusing on energy. Energy supply and energy in transportation and building and industry, or in one word we can say in city. Because smart city effect, and it has a big effect on the energy supply. So we are focusing on energy today. Yes, here you can see this model is focusing on energy in itself. So we can start off here. First, when you want to work with this model, you can come and see what is the effects of when you are doing something on the temperature of the world by 2100, and how is it working. You can see from your clicking. And also after these three dots for each one, you can come and see what you can do by the other assumptions for that one. Here you have graphs, and you can see how is it working. For example, here we have the market price of electricity, and you see how is it affected by our policy. Up here you have more information. For example, you have examples, big message about this one, key dynamics, because as I said, it is a system dynamics models. So you have dynamics things, not statistic. Potential co-benefits, equality, and the other things, and case studies, common questions, and the other things. So this one you can work with them. But I am going to the first step and how we can do everything with this model about the smart city. When we talk about the smart city, we are talking about the electrification, we are talking about the energy efficiency. Up here, you can, for example, come and going to primary, final energy types. Yes, up here you can, I am focusing on transportation now. Yes, here you can see two graphs. One of them is about the electric share of transport sales, and the other one is about the electric share of total transport. There's a delay. Sometimes somebody say they are same, but no. For example, if you take the 10% and come to here in the share of transport sales, the 10% coming in 2030. But in the total transport, if you come, the 10% coming in around 2040, because it is because of the delay. As I said, this is a model based on system dynamics, and in system dynamics, a very important concept is delay. When you are modeling, you couldn't see directly your effect of your policies. You have some delays. So here, when you increase, for example, electrification in the transport, you can see it affect the share directly, but in the total of the transport, it is smoothly, and it is because of the delay. Or when you come to three dots, you can say, up here, you can say exactly numbers. For example, 45. If you have something from articles, reports, for example, IPCC report or another, you can write here directly, not just working up here, but you can do it up here by percent and exactly. And also, if you want, you can change some consumption. For example, here you have this one, fuel power transportation say limits. For example, you are a manager, a government person or another, you can manage it. You say instead of 100, I am doing to 10% the fuel power transport sales. As you see, its effect is more bigger than the transportation electrification in own. Because you know, the fuel powered transportation makes more fossil fuels, and because of that, if you can decrease this one, it has more effect on the energy efficiency in the transportation part. And you can do some another things here with assumptions, but I don't want because the most important things are there. These are about the electrification in the transport. You have the same, as you see, when you are changing some assumptions, it will be like this because you can remember what you did. And here we can see what actions we did and what is the outcomes, as you saw. And also here we can see the same thing in the building and also here equipment in the industry and building. And if you change something in the building, yes, here you can see, as you see, it is only for the industry and building, and we did something for transportation electrification, but there is no effect on the building and industry. For this one, we must do of here. You can see here, I say instead of 0%, I make it 35%. The electric equipment subsidized, and in fact, we are subsidized the electric equipment in building and industry, and you can see how is it affecting. Or we can go and change some assumptions. For example, this one, fuel powered equipment sales limit in building and industry. Instead of 100, we say 25%. You can see how is it affected. So the fuel and the fuel powered limitation has more effect in our electric share more than electrification. This is the most important part. And also we can go to our reset graphs. And of here, the first things we can do for electrification is this. In transportation and in building and industry, we increase our electrification. And also, to have a better effect on the greenhouse gases, we can come and decrease our coal, decrease our oil, and also we can increase our carbon price. You see, it has a good effect on the greenhouse gas net emission. Here you can see how is it working. If remain like this, what the world is there now, it goes to near 80 by 2100. But if we do these policies, it goes to near 20, 60 times lower, and it is better for our world. And as you see here, the temperature, instead of 3.3, it goes to 2.2, and it is a good effect. Yes, these are about the electrification in our transport and building industry. And also, as I said, we can go to our assumptions of here. You have so many assumptions because you have 14,000 formulas behind your screen. So you have so many assumptions. But for example, I am working with one of them today. You can come to energy in your assumptions, and you come to electrification. Yes, you can see here too many assumptions you have behind your energy electrification. For example, attention to total cost of ownership, transport, building, and this ratio, when it is 0.5, it means 50%. You can change it to, for example, this one 70, this one 30. These are depending on your research and what you are doing the modeling. And yes, here you can change all of the, or some of the assumptions. And after that, when you come and do something with your electrification, you can see here the how it works and how it's different from the previous one. Types of here energy. Yes, you can see how is it working when you change your assumptions. Now you have more effect on the electrification and electricity share on the transportation. Yes, these are something when you are doing with your assumptions and affect all of your modeling. And also, I want to show you the other things. For example, energy. Here we have the final energy consumption types. Yes, for example, this one. When you are changing your electrification, or I want to this part, you can see here we don't see so many effect on the, for example, oil final energy consumption because the electrification does so many effect on the electricity part. But what is going to have most effect on the oil final energy consumption, for example? And oil is an example. We mean fossil fuel energy consumption. Here we have the energy efficiency because when you have a smart city, you are going to increase your energy efficiency. So when you are coming to energy efficiency, for example, you increase your energy efficiency in transport, or you are increasing your energy efficiency in building, you can see here that you have more effect on the oil final energy consumption more than the electrification, because here you have energy efficiency and you decrease your oil and the other fossil fuel usage, and consumption because your energy going to more effective and efficiency. So this is the another part. And here I want to say I shared a link in the YouTube as a comment. Please go to there and write your name. It just asks your name because of your certificate. It is for our online participators. I am saying, please fill the form that I shared. Its link in the below of the video. You can see it now in the YouTube. Just fill that only one option it has, and it is your name. Just fill it, and after that you can get your certificate. Automatically it takes your email. And also if we are going to our modeling, here I want to show another one. For example, final energy consumption. Here I want to show you the final energy consumption in total. And if you increase your energy efficiency in transport and also in building, you can see very big effect. And it shows that energy efficiency affects the final energy consumption very well. So if we do something, as Professor said, in smart city consequences, and we can affect transport and building in energy efficiency, it has a good effect on the final energy consumption, as you saw. And here you can see instead of 3.3, we have 2.8. It means 0.5 degrees Celsius you have decrease in the temperature, and it is very good because United Nations wants 1.5 until 2 degrees Celsius. So if you are going to 2.8 and you can do something here for your coal, oil, renewable, and also for example, carbon price, and a bit in your afforestation and deforestation, yes, you can get to 2.0 what United Nations and what world needs it. And these are what I'm saying about the energy efficiency and electrification as a result of a smart city. And also, I want to show you something that I forgot in the first step to show you. In the graphs, in the end, you have the historical graphs. For example, you have here the energy demand of wind and solar. As you saw, these are the historical data how we have, for example, from International Energy Agency in the world about the wind and what En-ROADS modeling. You can see its cover for 30 years. So for the future, we can say this model is good because for the historical data, it does good. So it is doing well for the future. Or for the solar, you can see International Energy Agency. It shows this one comes and En-ROADS covers it. And the wind energy and solar energy is more renewable energies that we use in smart cities. Or up here, you can, of the historical, you can show the other ones, or cost of solar energy. You can see here, I maximize it to show you. For example, here you have International Energy Agency, IRENA, and the others resources, valuable resources. You can see of them what's the modeling and how En-ROADS comes and cover all of them. So you can really, you can say it is a reliable model. For example, for cost of solar, electricity, history, and the other things. These are historic. When you change something, you couldn't see any change here because it is until 2020, not, for example, 2100. But why I showed this, because now we are going to see the wind and solar energy as a result of a smart city. First, I want to show you the historic data of these ones and how it affected. We can come to, for example, of the graphs, we can come to our primary energy demands types. And here we have renewable energy demand. Also have here electricity. Where is it? Cost. Yes. Yes, this one, and what was demand types, renewable energy demand. Yes, if you see this one, for example, here you can see all of the energy, how is the electricity production comes from them. You see the coal, oil, gas, wind and solar, and the other things. But what is important here, as I said, for example, New Zero Carbon is very important policy, because when you increase it, you can see how is it changing. So because of that, we say it is a very big policy. When you maximize your New Zero Carbon things in your city or community, it comes more cheaper even from the wind and solar. So because of that, it increase here, and renewable energy demand decrease here, as you see, because people so there is a source that its price is more cheaper than renewable energy. So the people going to this new source of energy, that it's a new zero carbon energy. So the renewable energy as a good thing in the smart city, the usage and the demand for is coming down. But we accept it will be increased in a smart city. So you must see, as I said, this is a system thinking and system dynamics tool. So sometimes you accept something and you are doing some policy, but in the end, in the result, you see another different thing. So you must be careful about what are you doing about these things. For example, here you can see the net zero is not here, but when you do something big, you can see it's come and it goes more than the wind and solar energies. And also about the zero carbon, I want to say the other things. The another thing is the delay that you have when you are doing the zero carbon. Today you are doing the policy, but you can see the effect by 2030, 2032 that it covers the renewable energy. And because of the delay that you have, you decide to do something about the new zero carbon, but because of the delays and because it needs infrastructure in your city, it takes more than 10 years, at least 10 years, to come and cover your energy consumption in the real world. Also, we can see here the minimal graphs, how it the zero carbon affect all of them, as you saw. How is it working here, and how is it CO2 net emission and the other thing affected? But as you saw, and as I said in the first step, the final energy consumption increase because it is a new source and it is cheaper, and the final energy consumption increase because of the lower cost. This is what's happening here. And also it was here for the energy in the smart city. I finalized, but here I want to show you some another things that it can be useful for you as environmental engineering, environmental education people. You see here it is the temperature changed. As I said, it is 1.5 and 2, what is United Nations wants and expect from the world by decreasing your coal or natural gases, by increasing your renewable and net zero carbon price, and also with energy efficiency in building and transportation. It decreases a bit in your population and economic growth, and with decreasing in deforestation, increasing in afforestation, decreasing a bit in methane, and also doing something for technological for carbon removal. You can do something like this, what the world needs, in fact. But also I want to show you the other impacts. You can go to the website and check all of them. But one another important is sea level rise, as you know, as a environmental important thing, or oceans acidification. Also, on your city, what is the effect of it on, for example, air pollution for energy. And I must say, this modeling is doing for world. It is a global. But what they say when they are doing, they say think global, but act local. Because of that, you are doing something here. You can see if it is done in all over the world. You can see these effects for the Earth, but you can do the same policies in your local, in your country, in your city, as a smart city, for example. And if all of the people doing the same in the world, it will be affected like this for the world. For example, I reduce all of them to the first step. I just come and do something what we can do in a smart city. In a smart city, we can increase our energy efficiency. For example, this amount. We can increase our energy efficiency in building and industry. You can see how is it affecting our air pollution. Also, we can increase our electrification, and electrification in building and industry. Also, as I said, you can come here and you can change some of here too. For example, fuel power transportation sales. You can say in my smart city, I want to decrease it for 30%, for example. Also in here, for my buildings, I want to limit it in 50%. And also you are coming and say, I decrease coal, oil, and I increase my carbon price in my city. And you see how is it affecting your air pollution from energy. And it is very important for your city, country, and even in the world. And also air pollution by source. Yes, you can see here how is it affecting only with this policy, carbon price. You can see the coal, oil, gas, and the other things. I can make the first step and do the gain. For example, when you increase coal, oil consumption, and also you are increasing your carbon price and, for example, renewable energy or new zero carbon resources. Also, yes, you have the other things. I go to first step. For example, population and economic growth. You know, when you're economic growing without controlling, because people have money to pay the energy usage. So because of that, energy growth has a bad effect on our greenhouse gas emission. Because of that, when you decrease your economic growth, it is better for your greenhouse gas emission. Also up here of Kaya graphs, you can see the effect of population and economic growth in global population, GDP, energy, and the other things. Also of the minimized pictures, you can see the effect too, how these ones affect them, as you saw. And also, for the last thing I must mention, for example, sometimes you are doing so many things. I want to show this figure. Yes. You are decreasing coal, oil, natural gases. I don't know. You are doing renewable energy. You have new zero carbon price. You see, and in your smart city, you are increasing your energy efficiency and electrification. But you can see there's no difference here in CH4 or methane. Why? Because the things that you are doing in your city not affecting methane. If you come to here, the methane is affected by, the cows and what we are doing in our agriculture and with animal. So which one can affect this part, this blue part, decreasing methane? You see, here you can see the effect of it. We did so many policies, but we couldn't see the effect on the methane. But when we decrease here, you can see how it affects methane because it is completely affected by this part. All of here it says how animals and the others affect this part, or of here you can see it is important. Or with these consumptions, you can say no, this is for 2020 and here is 45 years and like this. And you can see what's happening in your modeling. I want to just say, when you are doing, you must focus what are you doing and what's the effects of your policies on the modeling. If we go to first step, yes, I want to say some general things. When you do some modeling in your model and you want to share it in your paper, report, or anything, you can click here to share scenario. You can share it directly in your LinkedIn, Twitter, or copy scenario link, and you can paste in your paper, report, or anywhere you want. As I said, you can get the data and paste them in your Excel files, and you can do anything you want with them. As the first step, yes, I said, I think, what needed from these ones to your modeling for this session. And yes, as I said, this workshop affected more by energy supply, transport, and building and industry as the most component things that are related to smart city and you can do in your city. The other things like the deforestation, afforestation, and the other things are not related completely to a smart city. So we can finalize here our workshop, but as I said, I want to remind you, I shared the link in the below of this video about your certificate. Just please fill it because we couldn't see here who participate in this workshop, and fill it, and after that you can receive your certificate. We will go to finish here our online workshop, and here we have our friends and students. We will remain with them as face-to-face their questions and the other things. Thank you so much for your attention, and see you in our next webinars and workshop. Thank you so much for your participation.
Hayat hızla akıyor ve biz bu hızı seviyoruz. Her güne heyecanla başlıyor, her anı doya doya yaşıyoruz. İlk günkü heyecanımızla yılları aşıyoruz. Zaman akarken biz de kendimizi arıyoruz. Heyecanla, merakla. Sen de kendini mi arıyorsun? O zaman zamana yetiş. Bu sadece kendini bulmakla ilgili değil. Asıl heyecan kendini yaratmakta. Bir şeyler mi yaratmak istiyorsun? Mükemmel. Metali işlemeyi, bir bina yapmayı, bir iş kurmayı, hatta bir şehir kurmayı öğren. Hayat kurtarmak, teknoloji geliştirmek, üretmek. Hepsi burada. Ve burada tüm deneyimler profesyonellerle yan yana. Ancak hızlı ilerlemeliyiz. Çünkü bugün şimdi gerçekleşiyor ve yarın çok yakın. Hayatta öne geçmek istiyorsan önce zamanın önüne geçeceksin. Hep ileri gideceksin. Bu Doktor Suat İrfan Günsel. Tanıyor musun? Onun da söylediği gibi. Üniversiteler toplumların dokuma tezgahıdır. Toplumları geliştirir, dönüştürür ve gelişmesini sağlar. O burayı bugünden yarına hazırlamak için kurdu. Senin için, ileriye gitmek için. Yana ya da geriye değil. Sadece ileri. Çünkü gelecek çok yakın. Hadi harekete geç. Fikirlerin ne kadar ileride olursa yarına o kadar yaklaşırsın. Yanındakileri de geleceğe taşırsın. Bu senin geleceğin, senin fırsatın şimdi. Hadi yarın yakın. Hepimizi ileriye götür.